right, so we're back with Marcella. Ooh, a text from Janae. I heard you and Will started dating. Congratulations on landing a new boyfriend. Is that supposed to be shade? Now, we know Janae does not really like Emilio, so... All right, so Marcella found a pregnancy test in Jada's bathroom, so she's taking the pregnancy test. Who is calling now? Oh well, they got canceled because she just received the news and it doesn't look good. There's going to be a new addition to this household. She would be sad if she wasn't so nauseous. Oh my gosh, here comes Jada's mother, missing a foot. Well, she's definitely not going to talk to Jada's mother about this. She decides she's going to take a nap until Jada gets home, and then she's going to discuss it with her. Okay, so Jada's home, and apparently she also has missing foot syndrome. It's going around the house. So Marcella is telling Jada about her night and the resulting is that she's pregnant. Jada doesn't seem impressed. Apparently she didn't get the news. Let's announce it to her again. Jada, did you not hear me? I'm pregnant. Can you believe this? Jada's like, well, I mean, I thought you wanted to marry Will. It's like, it's not Will's baby. What do you mean it's not Will's baby? Nice of you to ask. I'm in my first trimester. I'm okay with having a child. Pregnancy has its good days and bad days, but overall it's a beautiful experience. Somehow I don't think that Marcella is actually feeling that way. She's more like feeling like she's about to have a heart attack. Jada's like, I feel really bad for you and Will. I mean, there's no way he's getting past you cheating on him and then getting pregnant. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe we can come up with a plan. Maybe there's some way I can convince Will this is his baby. Jada's like, yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. Crown is a jam, ain't it? All right, so Jada had to meet her new secret boyfriend, who her parents don't approve of because he's way too old for her. She's like, hey, Marcella, this is Maverick Meeks, my new boyfriend. He's mature and such a nice guy. I have to use the bathroom. Be nice, Marcella. Marcella's like, I don't know about you. You look too old. How old are you? It's like, Marcella has learned Maverick is an adjunct instructor at Foxbury Institute campus. You have a whole entire career. How old are you? Maverick is like, I don't really like to discuss my age. She's like, well, you're going to discuss your age with me because Jada is only 16 and you look like you're like 25. He's like, I'm not that old. I actually have a degree in history and I'm really cultured and Jada's really cultured, so we have a lot in common. He's like, yeah, but you still didn't tell me how old you are. All right, so they're at the country club, Jada's family's country club, swimming. And Marcella's like, okay, well, I'm going to try to take this time to relax and think about my situation. She's really having a hard time enjoying herself, particularly with this Maverick Meeks around. She doesn't really like him that much for understandable reasons. But she's really going to try to relax. And so she decides she's going to go try to hang out on the lounge chair and relax away from Maverick, hopefully. Hopefully he gets the hint and stops trying to talk to her. What the heck does he even have on? Did he forget his bathing suit? Why is he wearing a towel in the pool? I can't. These people. Marcella would normally argue with Jada about this situation, but she has too much on her mind right now. Marcella is going through a phase. She is feeling very rebellious and will seek to challenge parental authority. I feel like that might be an understatement. So she's decided that she needs to call Will, because she needs to talk to both Will and Emilio about the situation. She decided to come clean with the truth, because she just doesn't have it in her to lie to Will or Emilio. So she has to, of course, make things better with Emilio, because she already, like, she sent him a text saying we're breaking up and blocked him. So now she has to make that better. So she texts him, says we really need to talk. He responded back, eventually said okay. They both said okay. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Meanwhile, across town, Carter Chester is having some baby mama drama of his own. So this is Naomi Jackson. Her daughter, Allie Jackson, is a missing teen. Missing teen Sim from Running Away. Naomi's teen has run away from home. She isn't sure if she is more disappointed or worried. Hopefully they come back home soon. Maybe Naomi should report them as a runaway so the authorities can help bring them home safe sooner. It's a harsh world out there, and the sooner they come home and talk about things with the family, the better. Naomi just found out recently that her daughter is pregnant. And as you can see, she has a hate children trait, because she wants to crush the dreams of a toddler. So she's really upset about this. They had a big blowout fight, and then Allie ran away. She just figured out recently who the father of Allie's child is. That kid she doesn't like, who lives over in Oasis Springs, Carter Chester. And so she found his mother's number so she could call her up to make sure she knows that her son got her daughter pregnant, and she's very upset about it, and they need to do something about it. She's also going to report Allie missing to the authorities so that they can bring her back home safe and sound. The authorities have been alerted and will begin a search for the missing runaway teen. All right, so she's going over to give Camille Chester a piece of her mind, because Camille tried to hang up on her. Of course, you can come over. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? So she's going to go over there. She already has a headache. So she wanted to trash Carter, but apparently she can't do that. She's like, did you know that your son got my daughter pregnant? And now she's run away. And I want to know what you're going to do about it. Camille's like, I'm not going to do anything about it. I mean, that's my son's responsibility. I told him to stay away from that girl. Yeah, but now she's about to have a baby, and I can't take care of a baby, and she's too young to take care of a baby. She's like, well, that's not all Carter's fault. Well, it's mostly Carter's fault. It's definitely not Allie's fault. Of course it's Allie's fault. She was there too. It's like, yeah, well, somebody's going to have to take care of this baby, and it's not going to be me. So I think that you need to take care of the baby. Why would I take care of the baby? I didn't have the baby. That's your daughter, and my son decided they were going to do this. It's their responsibility. Well, they can't stay at my house. Camille's like, well, I don't have enough room in my house. I have my other daughter here. Well, you should have thought about that when you let your son out the house and didn't teach him to wear a condom. Camille's like, I did teach my son about sexual responsibility, but he's just an idiot. Well, where is your son? because I want to talk to him. He probably knows where Allie is. He's probably hiding her. You shouldn't have to ask. You could say I'm a little bitter. What are you bitter about? I'm bitter about the fact that you came over here to blame my son for something that was half your daughter's fault. Why wasn't she on birth control? Apparently, Carter is asleep in his underwear and is not aware at all that he is about to be in big trouble. His mother is pissed. She's like, Carter, get up. Do you know you have that girl's mother over here blaming you for getting her pregnant? Carter's like, what do you mean? You got her pregnant. He's like, yeah, I know about that. What do you mean you know about that? What are you planning to do about that? I cannot have another child in this house. We only have 3 bedrooms. He's like, don't worry about it, Mom. We have plenty of space. I mean, and then if we don't have enough space here, then we can go stay with Allie's mom. She just came over here to say that you can't stay with her. And you definitely can't stay here. And I'd ground you if I actually wanted your butt here. But I want you gone because you can't have a kid here. Whatever, Mom. There's no way you're kicking me and your grandchild out on the street. He's like, well, my grandchild can stay here at your place. You can go. Carter's like, Mom, you're not kicking me out either. You wouldn't kick me out. He's like, oh, watch me kick you out. Watch me kick you out because you're so irresponsible. So irresponsible. He's like, I'm not that irresponsible. It's like, yes, you are irresponsible. You don't have a job. You haven't graduated from high school and you already got a girl pregnant. And then you claimed that you didn't get her pregnant, but apparently you did get her pregnant because now all of a sudden I'm responsible for a grandchild. So Camille told Carter that he had to go over and talk to Naomi and get her out of her house because she wasn't dealing with her anymore. So Carter went over and was like, yeah, I don't really know where Allie went. She called me and said y'all had a fight, but she didn't say she was leaving. I'm so in love with Allie. It's like, oh, so you are now claiming responsibility for her being pregnant because I heard that you said that you were not the father. He's like, well, I mean, I was scared at the time, but yeah, I mean, that is my kid, I guess. She's like, yeah. And you are responsible for my daughter now, not just the baby. Is that what you're trying to say? Because y'all can't stay at my house. He's like, well, I mean, my mom's not going to let us stay here and we need to stay somewhere. I mean, you're not going to just kick your daughter out on the street, right? With your grandchild. It's a rough world out there, ma'am. Can't survive on the street. We're just teenagers. It's like, yeah, well, you should have thought about that when you got her pregnant. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Across town, Marcella is confiding in her mother that she has made the mistake of getting pregnant. And surprisingly, her mother took it a lot better than she thought. She's like, I'm sorry, Mom, I didn't mean to. Initially, Liz is pissed off. How did you manage to waste your beauty getting stuck with a boy like Will? He has so much responsibility already. You're going to ruin your life. Marcella's like, Will? Well, it's not exactly Will that got me pregnant. It's actually Emilio. She's like, This Sim has just learned about their teenage daughter being pregnant. Will they react well and offer support or react poorly and refuse to be supportive? Well, Liz actually is going to react well and accept to support. She's like, well, Emilio? You mean Emilio Owens, whose family owns all that land? The one that's going to the NFL? Just like the stars are always there, even during the day, the people who care about you will always be here for you, even when you can't see us. That means a lot to me, thank you. You're capable of making good decisions and I trust you do so. I'm here to support you no matter what. I appreciate you giving me the freedom to choose my path. Liz is attempting to be supportive, but underneath it all, she's extremely tense. I mean, Emilio and his family have money, but that doesn't mean he's going to support this baby. He's definitely not Will. So have you spoken to Emilio yet? What does he say? No, I haven't spoken to him yet, Mom. I'll do it later. You need to do it now, not later. I mean, I had all these children with a man I thought had money and would support me, and look what happened. Marcella, I think you really need to take this seriously. I think you need to go over there right now and have a full conversation with Emilio before you get too far into this pregnancy. Marcella's like, yeah, I'll do that, but first I want to go talk to Will. I mean, I want to do this the right way. He's like, well, that's all well and good. I'm sure, Will will get over it. He's going off to college. He has a brother to take care of. Yeah, okay, Mom. Marcella's like, I don't want to eat. Like, this is nice and healthy, but I actually want some, like, a burger and fries or something. This is not filling me up. Marcella's like, this place is getting a little crowded. It would be good if I could work things out with Emilio and we got a place of our own. Ugh, I don't think we can fit any more people into this place. Ooh, Kelsey got the lift head milestone unlocked. Everybody's happy. What's that over there? Kelsey just lifted her head for the first time. There's so much to look at. Why is this little girl asking for coffee? And the other little girl is out on the playground again. Like, they're always leaving this little girl out on the playground. Crown is a jam, ain't it? So after breakfast, Marcella made her way over to Will's house to tell him that she has cheated on him with Emilio. She's like, hi, Will, I have to tell you something. He's like, yeah, I heard it. It sounded kind of serious over the phone. What's going on? It's like, I made a mistake, a really big mistake. Will is having a breakdown, a major breakdown. She's like, I spent the night with Emilio the night of my birthday. Will's partners confessed to woohooed with another. What should he do? It's too painful and hopeless. Just break up with them. I mean, he's a typical guy. Is he really going to forgive her? Probably not. It's like, yeah, I mean, I was pretty sure this wasn't going to work out anyway. So I think we should stick with our original plan and just go our separate ways after I leave for college. Marcella and Will are now separated. The status represents a potentially temporary break in a relationship. Marcella can let things drift and eventually decide to give up on this relationship or fight for it and try to save this love. The separation menu, as well as interactions of all types, will influence what happens next. Okay, so we're using Lupino's mod for their separation. I'm not sure why they both are flirty at this moment, but anyway, they're, arguing, but let's be honest, this is pretty much useless. I mean, like, irreconcilable differences. I mean, she cheated on him. Now she's having another man's baby. Separation is going to be amicable, and, well, it doesn't really have, like, her cheating. It has Marcella's partners cheating. Marcella's putting an end to her romantic relationship with Will. Will's having another breakdown. Marcella just broke up with Will. Will refused to separate amicably. His negative feelings are too strong for that, it seems. There's no staying on good terms now. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Okay, well, I guess that's the end of that. So the realization that her long-term relationship is over has finally hit Marcella, and she's starting to have a breakdown. This baby's really kicking her butt because she's really nauseous. She's like, hey, Emilio. He's like, oh, hey, I wasn't expecting you to call me after you blocked me. Wait, she has a crush on Emilio now? I mean, I guess she's having his baby. So she tells him the news, and now Emilio's having the breakdown. So, after having a temporary bout of selective amnesia about the night that they spent together, Emilio finally did agree to go with her to have the ultrasound done. Reluctantly, which is why he's standing in the corner. She's like, Emilio, you can come over here and join. Congratulations, you're expecting twins? Emilio's like, did I hear that correctly? Did you say that we're having twins? Right. Marcella's like, oh, they're so cute. Are you sure there are two of them in there? Millie's like, I wasn't prepared for one. Now you're trying to tell me there are two? Wait. The ultrasound scan shows you're expecting a healthy baby boy. The second baby appears to be a boy too. So I'm having two boys? Is that what you're saying? Emilio has decided that he's going to buck up and stare down this terrifying prospect of being a new dad. He's already in love. Emilio is overwhelmed with joy and excitement when he saw the little life growing inside his partner appearing on the screen. In that moment, he felt an immediate sense of responsibility and protectiveness towards his unborn child or children. The reality of becoming a parent is becoming more and more real by the second. And apparently there's a liked sim nearby. There's a sim nearby with whom Emilio feels in tune, even though they barely know each other at all. Opportunities for conversation and friendship are a happy thing. Yeah, like having children together. Marcelo's like, isn't it great we're having twins? Emilio's like, yeah, I guess it's great. I guess that means you're talking to me now? Marcelo's like, yeah, we're together, right? Marcella keeps dropping hints about wanting a proposal. Maybe it's time for Emilio to step up to the plate. Yeah, I don't think Emilio's picking up these hints. Like, he's not even sure if they're, like, in a relationship. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Back across town, Naomi is in a bad mood. Apparently, somebody put some voodoo on her. Voodoo pain. Ouch. It's like that pins and needles feeling you get when your foot is asleep, but all over at random with white hot pokers. Uh-huh. She's pretty sure Camille's the one that put voodoo on her. Pretty sure. So Naomi is actually best friends with Liz Jones. So she went over to talk to Liz about everything that's going on. She's like, my daughter's pregnant. And Liz is like, oh, really? Because my daughter's pregnant too. Like, I guess, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure my daughter's in-laws put voodoo on me. Liz is like, I'm not too sure about that. Would you like to meet Kelsey? This is my newest granddaughter. About to be in good company with two more boys. She's like, your daughter is having twin boys? Ugh. Look at her face. She's like, it's bad enough my daughter's having one. Crying baby from the hates children personality trait. Yuck. Naomi thought toddlers were bad, but these infants are completely unmanageable. Could someone take this thing away? I can't. Naomi's like, coming over here makes me feel so much better. At least I only have to deal with one infant, one soon to be infant. You have like 3 that you're gonna have to deal with. She's like, okay, Marcella, so how's the pregnancy going? How are you feeling? Marcella's like, it's terrible. I feel like fat already. I'm not even out of the first trimester yet, and I already feel like I'm about to pop. And Emilio's not even around. I tried to call him today. So Emilio Owens is your baby daddy? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, where is he? It's like, I don't know. He has football this summer and, he goes to summer school. And so he's just not around. So Naomi and Liz have decided that they're going to go out tonight. They need to cheer themselves up a little bit. Naomi's still feeling the effects of voodoo. And she's taking it out on Marcella since her daughter is still run away somewhere. Alright, so now that they've built themselves up into the party mood, they started to go to the club, and they're out here dancing. Apparently, Emilio is at the club too. Marcella always knew he was a flake. But it looks like Naomi and Liz are having a good time. They're just dancing, enjoying the vibes. Naomi is taking a break. She's gonna go sit in the VIP section, get herself a glass of champagne. And it seems like this guy who was kind of like been eyeing her all night has decided he's gonna make his way over. He's not really her type, but I mean, he looks like he may have some money. So she'll entertain it. It's like, oh, so I'm Frank Holland, and you are, I'm Naomi Jackson. Nice to meet you. It's like, you look good. How about we go some place for the two of us? Naomi's like, what kind of woman do you think I am? I'm not just going with you, a man I just met 2 seconds ago. I mean, he's like, Frank is like, yeah, I mean, I didn't really mean it like in a scandalous way. I just, wanted to get to know you, like, conversation. At level 1, Naomi can admit to having a little experience. I mean, do we think that Naomi has had little experience? Doubtful. So he's like, yeah, so I'm a real estate investor, and you are. Naomi's like, why don't we kiss? Because, technically Naomi doesn't have a job. So, he's like, she's like, yeah, that was great. He's like, very unexpected. I mean, I thought we were just gonna, talk. On a scale of 1 to 10, you are a 11, and you are 3,000. Frank is gone. Frank is just totally gone. Naomi put her charms on him, and he's just head over heels. Crown is a jam, ain't it? So Naomi feels like that night was successful. I mean, she landed her next sucker, her next victim, and so she's come home to take a nap or sleep for the rest of the morning. Okay, so Allie feels pretty good about running away so far. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Well, that's until she sees a coworker of her parents at a coffee shop she ducked into. What should she do? Go to the bathroom. I mean, a coworker? I mean, her mother doesn't have a job, so I'm not sure what that's code for. Unfortunately, when Allie tried to use the bathroom, it was locked, and just her luck, the coworker started coming towards the back where the bathroom was. It looked like it was going to be a catastrophe when it turns out they were just dropping something absentmindedly in the trash and turned around and left. Woo. I mean, Allie has to come home eventually, but I guess she's going to make it last as long as possible. So Naomi is up this eve next. Oh, wait. A swarm of bees is descending on Naomi without a Guzamani pollinous flower to distract them. Naomi tries to think of a logical way to outsmart them, but may just be at their mercy. Okay, well, the voodoo is striking again. Oh gosh, she's getting attacked again. And now she's starving. She's like, thank goodness she had that date with... Oh my gosh. I mean, she's literally having spasms now. Thank God she has that date with Frank, because she really needs to relax and get out of this house. I mean, she's like, can I come over, Frank, right now? Like, I mean, he's like, well, not right now. My kids are still here, but I'll meet you at the restaurant. She's still having spasms. I can't. Wait, is that Camille? What is Camille doing here? Did she follow you? Poor Naomi. She can't win. She's like, I need a drink. She's like, in my daughter's boyfriend's mother is over there, and I think she put voodoo on me. Frank is like, so you believe in voodoo? She's like, yeah, I know it's real. And Camille practices it. I mean, I've been in pain all day, and then I got attacked by a swarm of bees. I mean, what are the chances of that? And I mean, what is this table that you got us? I mean, couldn't we have sat inside? Frank is like, well, I mean, they said this was the best table in the house. I don't think strongly one way or another about you. What? Wait. And did he just drink our drink? My personality turn-ons are imaginative and nerdy. My personality turn-offs are generous and independent. Well, I don't think he has to worry about Naomi being generous. She expects him to be generous. So, can they order? Where's the, okay. So, they're both gonna get bourbons, and then I guess they'll both get lobster. You can't place this order because the household has insufficient funds to cover. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh yeah, Naomi only has $50, so she's gonna have to ask him for money. She's like, okay. Wait. Wait. Okay. Well, he gave Naomi some money, but she literally just got struck by lightning and is burnt to a crisp. I can't. I can't. The voodoo strikes again. I mean, I don't know what Camille definitely disliked. And by proxy, apparently Frank is getting hit too. I mean, she told him they needed to go inside. He's like, no, this is the best table in the house. Like, we're right by the stage. I can't. So apparently Naomi is surprised to find her daughter at home when she gets back. I mean, literally, they scared each other to death. I mean, Naomi's had a really bad day, so she was really expecting something else bad to happen. But apparently something good happened, and her daughter came home. So this is Allie Jackson. She is Carter Chester's on and off girlfriend, and who is now pregnant with his child. And so she... like I said before, she got in a huge fight with her mother and then ran away, and she's been gone for several days. And now she's back because she realized how terrible it was out on her own in the third trimester of pregnancy. So Naomi is happy to see that her daughter is back. And she's calling Frank because she wants to talk to him about possibly moving in with him. And if you notice, Frank, it looks completely different now. That's because they ended up having to go to the hospital, and Frank had to have emergency surgery after being struck by lightning. And he decided, since he had to have emergency surgery anyway, he might as well get a facelift and reconstruct his face with plastic surgery. So he looks like a totally different person now. All right, so this is Frank's house. Um, and he has like 3 or 4 children, so that's why there's these kids' rooms in here. He lives in Delso Valley. He's a real estate investor, so he has, some money. And Naomi like really actually likes him. I mean, he's a really nice guy, and he's all about trying to impress her. So what she likes, she also likes that. So she has decided to come over to talk to Frank about maybe taking their relationship a little bit further. He's like, yeah, I mean, I'd love to have you move in. He's like, really? My favorite color is black. Would you like to, can we redecorate your house so that it's black? Frank is like, I don't know about that. I mean, my kids kind of like it with, a little bit of color. It's like, oh, so how many kids do you have again? It's like, well, I have 2 toddlers and I have like a child. He's about 10. And Naomi's like, really? So are they here a lot? I mean, because you have a lot of money, but I'm not, I don't want to be a mother again. It's like, oh, they're not here that much. They come over, maybe once a month. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I wanted to ask if you'd like to live together. Of course she wants to live with him. That's the whole reason why she came over here. So they've decided that they are going to live together, and of course Allie's kind of like, well, where the heck am I staying? Because like he has, his son's bedroom over here and then the toddler room, and there's not that much room for her. She decided she's going outside to get herself some Chipotle because she's starving. She's like, I don't know. I really need to work things out with Carter because clearly I can't stay with my mother. Break out the candles. Vicente. Wait. Did he change his name too? Like, why is his name Vicente? Wait, Vicente? So Carter finally got the results of the paternity tests back, and he has figured out that he is actually the father of Allie's child. That was part of the issue between the two of them, that Carter didn't believe that the kid was his kid, or at least he didn't want to believe that the kid was his kid. And so he demanded that she take a paternity test, and Allie had been upset about that and mad at him, and they hadn't really been talking. So he was just telling his mother that the baby wasn't his. So she finally agreed to the paternity test, and the results came back that he is the father. And so now he has decided that he wants to talk to her about them being together and raising the kid together. And he has gotten his mother to agree to let her come stay with them. Partly because the mother doesn't, partly because Camille doesn't trust Naomi with her grandchild. She has agreed to this. As long as Carter plans to marry Allie, because, Camille is like very religious and she thinks that they should get married and have this child together. Like, Carter is not responsible enough to be married to anybody, but, he's going to do what his mother says so that she will let them stay at her house. So for right now, we have a somewhat happy ending for the two of them. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Meanwhile, things are not going so well for Emilio. He's over here arguing with his little sister. He's been attempting to text Marcella, but she's been ignoring him, basically, because she heard that he was at the club and had been, around town, messing around, living his regular life while she's, pregnant with twins. And he still hasn't told his parents. So he's decided today is the day to tell his mother that he actually is going to be a father soon. And the mother of his child is Marcella. His mother is also a teenage parent. She had him when she was about the same age. So she's a little upset about the fact that, like, he's in the same exact position as her. Amelia thinks it's time he should start receiving allowance. Oh, wait, so apparently she has agreed to give him some money. But she's sympathetic because she was in the same position when she was his age. And her father helped her out. So she's going to help him out, basically. Because she wants him to still go to college, still, pursue all his dreams. I think you're a little young to go on a date on your own. You can go with a chaperone or in a group. I feel more comfortable with that. Really? I mean, as much as Emilio has been around town, he's going to clubs. So I'm not sure why you'd be uncomfortable with him going on a date. So his mother clearly has no clue about Emilio and his and the things that he does. Your dating privileges are not something I'm currently interested in discussing further. I mean, he literally got a girl pregnant. He's already gotten her pregnant. She just told you that he got a girl pregnant, and you're worried about him going on a date. I can't. Anyway. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Now that Emilio has gotten his mother on board, kind of, she seems like she's in denial. And he's gotten a little bit of money. He's now made his way over to talk to Marcella, so she won't answer any of his calls. She's like, "Oh, hey, Emilio." Emilio's like, "Yeah, I came over to meet your mother. I'm Emilio Owens. I'm, Marcella's boyfriend and the father of her kids, and I just wanted to meet you, ma'am. I mean, my mother said for me to come over and make sure, Marcella's doing okay." She's like, "Oh, really? I mean, you're such a nice young man. I'm glad you came over. We were thinking maybe you had split on my daughter." She's like, no. I actually have been really busy because, I play football and I'm trying to, get into a good college, and I plan to play professional football, so I should be able to take care of her and my children, and I plan to be around. So Marcella's family is all impressed. I mean, they really like Emilio now. They're like, "Oh, he's such a nice guy." I mean, they don't really actually know Emilio's true nature. They know that he's charming, and it sounds like he's gonna be responsible. He's promised to be responsible, but the fact of the matter is Emilio's not that responsible, and he is probably going to flake at some point. But for right now, he has decided that he is going to attempt to be in a relationship with Marcella and take care of his kids. And even though he's really scared about becoming a father, he's always really wanted Marcella, so
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed. When we play our role. outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it.